Hey guys, Tarke here, and before we start this video, I want to quickly show you all the Blight Bug. You may not be aware of the Blight Bug. Basically, with Blight, there's a chance that randomly you can't move, and this happened earlier.
I would say.
I had to log out in bears in my life? Yes, thank fuck.
You're good. You're alive, yeah.
I got fucking Blight Bugged in the middle of those bears. What the fuck, game?
Oh my god.
Oh, so
That's
rippy.
crazy stuff.
But yeah. Spoopy. So, have a logout macro, if you please say. But why would you have a logout macro in hardcore? Nice game, by the way. But yeah, stuff like this happens. So anyone who is playing Blight, Scorch Ray, any channeled skills, have a logout macro, especially when you're playing in groups, because there's literally nothing you can do when this happens to you. Thankfully, I did survive though, however, so we don't need to worry about that. And we've made the CI transition. Haha! By the way. Better enough, yes, 10k energy shield. So this is going to be a video where I literally just go over how the character has changed now that I'm CI. I am still rank 1, I am in the top 30. My group stopped mapping, so I'm taking a break as well, since there's no point solo mapping because it's just so inefficient in comparison. And also, since I fund all of my currency just goes into funding the maps, I did a CI transition, I'm left with not very much to roll new maps myself. So yeah, I'm going to wait for them to log back on. But 10k energy shield, we are level 92.5. How did we manage to do all of this? So let's first go over the new gear slots. Oh, actually, let's go over the tree first. This is what my tree is currently looking like. From the last video, you'll see that we basically dropped the life sections. We have lost a little bit of damage. We did lose this DPS cluster. But going from 11.5k affected HP to just 10k raw energy shield is much safer, since it is all one resource. All of your defense go all in one way, and I actually gain 3 flask slots from it, because previously I was using an amethyst flask and 2 life pots, so I've gained 3 flask slots by doing the CI transition, and I've lost like 1.5k effective health, but I'm immune to chaos, so it all works out. So yep. But tree is pretty similar. The only main things to note is Arcane Surge is obviously very powerful. We also did our Uber Lab earlier, by the way. It was a very easy run, but I was shaking like a leaf the whole way through. I was super paranoid of dying, but we got through completely fine. We've got an energy from within, which just gives us, you know, a little bit more, not that much, about 400 energy shield, compared to just a normal 8% ES jewel. It's like 100 more. It's really nothing that crazy. I would divine up, but I threw all my divines and just had no luck. And they're only like 10C at the moment, because who plays CI, by the way? This guy. Yeah, and Zealot Oath. We've got these 4 points just to make mana nice and ezzy-pezzy. And we are now on a 5-link Blade Vortex. But yeah, you can see we can spam as much as you want. And mana isn't an issue. So that's completely chill. So for the 5-link, we finally linked up the chest. This is my Decay setup that we have the 5-link in. We have Decay, Blade Vortex, Efficacy, Void Manip, and again, it's all about you just keep 1 stack of Blade Vortex up, applies the Decay. You can use, for this link here, sorry for the whoop, either an Arcane Surge, a increased AoE, or a Swift Affliction. Swift Affliction is obviously the most damage. Arcane Surge doesn't affect Decay, because Decay isn't a spell. However, the spell damage does scale my Blight, so that is 13% more spell damage for my Blight, and the cast speed is just general quality of life. And since I need to be pressing Blade Vortex every, 10 seconds or whatever it is, 8.25 seconds, to also be, you know, getting my Arcane Surge for the same duration, it's very nice, but the main reason I do it is it gives me a timer. There's no timer for Blade Vortex, so I can see whenever this is about to fall off, I have about 1 second to then reapply the Blade Vortex. That's just Tarke coming at you with the budget UI hacksaw. Until we can all use cool UIs, this is the best way around that problem. So really nice quality of life there. And yeah, it gives some more spell damage for the Blight. Cast speed makes everything feel better. And the mana regen also makes everything feel better. And it also makes like no regen, or sorry, half regen maps, etc. just feel a little bit smoother all the way around. We keep it at level 6, so it always applies if we do a Blade Vortex, so we always have a timer on the Blade Vortex. New gear slots include this Hubris Circlet. It's not insane, but it's pretty nice energy shield. If I could get a Vertex, Vertex would be ideal, because that would give me +1 on my Discipline and Curses. Sintrak, they give some Dex Int and a load of Energy Shield. You can get 160 as the flat maximum roll. Then when you quality up, you're looking at a pair of 190 Energy Shield boots. Pretty cray-cray. And then a Baited Breath has replaced my Crystal Belt because it has a bunch of increased Energy Shield recharge rate and percent maximum Energy Shield. And then for shields, we're using this, which is pretty nice. Armor, Energy Shield, 218 Energy Shield with a bunch of resist on there. Nothing that crazy resist-wise, but it's enough for us to be AoE capped. Still rocking the Dream Frag. Still rocking the Two-Stone Ring. Ideally, I need an Elrion level 7 to then strip off the the Life Craft and put on, you know, either Energy Shield recharge rate or just flat Energy Shield, but no one has leveled up Elrions, so oh well, I'll probably try and replace this with something else eventually. But to be honest, I could take this exact character setup to 100 without having to do any upgrades. The one thing I'm a little bit unsure about is I'm not using an Eye of Chayula, and I haven't got stun immune boots or anything. What we are doing is we have Pantheon, Soul of the Brine King, meaning I cannot be chain stunned, alongside Val Bastion, meaning I cannot be stunned while on full Energy Shield. So I can still be stunned. If I'm not on full Energy Shield, I can be stunned. I can't be chain stunned, but when you're mostly playing in groups, when you have so much passive regen, to be honest, it's kind of fine. I'm currently also using Soul of Aberoth, so I'm immune to Burning Ground, but what I will most likely do is quickly buy a Divine Flask and pick up a upgraded Soul of Tukahama. When you're stunned, you're stood still. So when I'm stunned, I'd be gaining life regen and fizz mitt. So it's just like, if I do get stunned, I'm stood still. This sorts me out. And if it's the really big deal, I can always just, you know, log out, press of a button. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this character. And how would I rate it overall? This has been a really enjoyable build, probably one of my favourite builds that I've played. Well, obviously in the Tender, it's the only build I've played, but over Harby as a whole. It's just a very safe build, which also, it has a lot of buttons, but at the same time feels very passive. If you do the LD instead of the Bright Beak, then it's obviously even more passive because you don't need to cast the Abyss Cry yourself. That just automatically procs when you hit each pack. But you just maintain your Blade Vortex, do your Blight, drop this down for single target, and then when there's big packs, Abyssal Cry, Val Discipline if you get spooked, and she'll charge around. Seems good. But I'm Tarke, this is Avidya. Watch out for that pesky Blight Bug. 10k Energy Shield, by the way. Bye-bye.